Hey guys, this is Christ169 coming to you with another live series. This is sorry guys, series 1, episode 2 and 3 PC builds. Do you need it? RAM sticks and CPU and SSDs. High end, low end. Does it matter? High end is low end. Does it matter? This in this video here, many different things about PC building and understanding that not all PCs are unique. Not everybody goes after the same specs. Not everybody goes after the same PC build. Some people choose Intel. Some people choose AMD. Some people choose ARC graphics cards. Some people are Intel. Some people choose Radeon. Some people choose GeForce, RTX. Many different builds, many different people. So I always say is different strokes for different folks. Okay, so everybody has their own way. Okay, let's say this is before we get to GPUs. We're talking about three important characteristics. Last time we talked about motherboards, important, many different kinds. We're going to talk about RAM sticks, CPUs, and SSDs. And I happen here to go online here, and I'm looking at a couple different websites. We're going to type in, micro, um, micro center, micro center. That's one of them. We're gonna discuss one of those. Newegg, a Newegg, and Amazon. Because I'm trying to get you guys the best deals here that you guys can go after and see. Now, Micro Center is kind of a weird fish. Because Micro Center only does business mostly in stores. That website here, a lot of good website here, good stuff. You have desktops, pre-built, but that. If you're buying pre-built, my video does not need you. I will literally make a pre-built video here, probably within the next couple weeks, where I'll sit down and talk about pre-builds. Good look forward, not look for. So we won't discuss pre-builds right now. I can type in here, CPU, RAM, SSD, combos, and see what they come up with. See what they come up with. Anything at all. They come up with a game console. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. U and RAM. Once again. Okay, we're going to type in one thing at a time. CPU. Type on there. We're going to go look at this. Different kinds here. They have a Ryzen Thread Dripped Pro for $4,800. Do this. I'm telling you. Let's go DDR4. See what they have. I'm just trying to figure out parts or stuff like that, guys. There's RAM sticks from $38. DDR4 $3,200. PC. A dual channel because there's two of them, obviously, and they're going up from all the way up to $400. Those are the Corsair ones. This is Micro Center, by the way. RAM sticks again. and stuff like that. So everything goes up to $500, $100, $500. Newegg. Let's see if we can find any RAM, CPU, SSD bundles. Let's look for bundles. You might have bundles. You might have better chances on here. Okay, they don't, they have pre-built. Not really what we're looking for, but they have combos. Let's say RAM and CPU combos. Okay, RAM CPU bundles. Let's try that one there. Okay, there's different kinds here. There's different types. There's Asus ASRock Strict B750. It comes with a motherboard and 12th gen, 13 gen. Didn't really say what it is. It's kind of cheap. I don't think it's really selling everything to it. But let's see what we have here, though. And of course, they have to have an Xbox in there somewhere. Um, but you want to go just RAM. Let's type in just RAM and see what they have here at Newegg. They go from $62 all the way up to 500 for 4 sticks, 128 gigabytes. And Amazon, just for giggles and laughs here, let's go CPU. I'm going to type in each one of them that has RAM. I'm going to type in SSD in Micro Center. And I'm going to see which website has differently. Okay. Every website is going to have stuff differently. Okay. Every website, I'm typing in, like I said, I'm at Micro Center. If you have one near your place, you're lucky. Newegg and Amazon. Micro Center's SSDs are going to go anywhere from 179. It's 999 Pro 2 terabyte, all the way up to highest they have. I do believe it's going to be $200 something. They have an SSD external one from Samsung that I use actually. They have 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte one that's $199. I got mine for $150 up there at the Electronic Express. You can find stuff cheaper in areas. There's a 4 terabyte one for $389 that don't have Electronic Express anymore. It's the exact same Samsung that I had. You just plug it in and it's 4 terabytes though. And that's 400, but that's external. You can put it into your rig though. You can hide it in your rig and hide it in there if you want to, and that's fine too. But if you want to have a rig and we want to have one that goes in and drops, you screw down a little bit. That's a Samsung ones are different kinds. There's Western Digital. It all depends what you want. If you want 500 gigabytes, Gen 4, Gen 3, Gen 4 a little more warmer than Gen 3. Gen 4 is faster than Gen 3. So you have to take that into consideration too as well. Now go on Newegg on RAM. Like I said, the RAM sticks are going to be $62 for this is a DDR4 Corsair Vengeance LPX 32 by 16, 288 pin PC. So you have to make sure you want DDR4, DDR5. I would think DDR5 will probably be the best thing to do. It's 112 for some RAM stick. You can probably go DDR5. From one here. Cheap when I got DDR5, they're going to be 64 hertz. That's 109. So DDR4 is still pretty cheap. It's still listed. So if you want to go to DDR4 still, you could. But I recommend people really paying attention to what they want. If you want to go DDR4, just be forewarned that your system is not going to last maybe 5 years, maybe most. I had mine since late 2020, 2021. So my rig's been around for a little longer. I'm off the jumping point right now. Mine's about 5 years. I'm at the jumping off point eventually where my rig's going to be okay. I don't know I can do with it. Start upgrading the motherboard and upgrade because the BIOS one of these days is going to run out. They won't run out very long. But eventually BIOS updates will stop coming out because they're getting old. But I'm not saying it will happen anytime soon. It can happen 4 or 5 years from now. But you have to always check and make sure. And RAM, like my first RAM I had was dual channel. That's Vengeance Pro. Went out and they couldn't get any more, so they had to buy the new ones I had here. I showed you guys what it looked like during the during the unboxing or boxing of it. So we covered SSDs. Now CPUs are going to be most of your money. Most you can go 5500 non-X 6 core 12 threads, $82, waste of money. I wouldn't even buy. I wouldn't even buy. I was buy a game console if you're gonna buy that low one. But if you want to, if you want to be a budget gamer, you could. Nothing wrong with that. A 5800X non 3D is 172. 8 core 16 threads. It's all DDR4 here. A lot of these are gonna be DDR5. It should tell you if it's DDR5 or not. Well, it's AM4 socket. This one here is AM4 socket, so it's DDR4 still. I mean, DDR4 socket. Ryzen 9 5900X 12 core 24 thread. Pretty beefy little thing there. Pretty beefy. Like I said, I like my 5800X 3D. I have a Ryzen 7 5800X 3D. It's a good beefy little thing. I love it a lot. Works real well. It's 4500, 6 core 12 thread. Once again, if you want to save money, here is what I have right here. The Ryzen 7 5800X 3D. It's 192. It's actually not very much expensive than 5800X. If you're going 58, if you want to do DDR4, if you are upgrading DDR4, 5800X 3D is pinnacle right now to go to. You probably go 59. I said earlier here 5900. Where's it at? 5900X 12 core 24 thread. That's 249. If you're trying to budget that, you can go with probably a 5700X 3D. That's 5700X 3D is a little cheaper than the 5800X 3D, but not by much. It's literally, try to find it now. It's literally gonna be. Well, actually, it's cheaper. I think it is. Okay, well, that's my fault. But no, it was 5700X. Sorry, I have 5800X. It's 5700X. It's the same die, but it's 5700X 3D, and that's pretty decent. But if you wanted to go 5900X 12 core 24 threads, if you're doing a lot of 3D rendering, a lot of graphic stuff, then you want that more cores and more threads. You can do gaming, the 5800X non 3D, but 5700X non 3D would be good too as well. If you want to bump it a little more, get the 3D cache, you can do that. But I say if you're gonna go full 3D, to go 5800X 3D itself and get the authentic original cache, original 5800X. Because the other ones are just not really byproducts, or just dies that that didn't pass for whatever reason, and they're trying to use up the old dies and throw them away. So they use them up. They chop them up 5600X 3Ds and 5700X 3Ds, and I'm still waiting on the 3600X 3Ds. They'll probably get those eventually. You never know. If they have any more left. They probably ran out of dies for that. But now you have the Ryzen 7 i7 1300 700. That is going to be, I do believe, it doesn't say DDR5 on it. Let's say it's the next gen, so it's doing more to your maybe DDR5 or 4. But if you want to stay with Ryzen, you can get a good deal on them. I mean, you can get a real good deal on these things. I mean, you will not go wrong with a processor. But you want to stay away from, my recommend stay away from, it's 5500 unless you really have to have a budget PC. And stay away from the 5600X, because those two right now are pretty much really just out the door right now. 4600 is still no go. But once again, if you're building it for a budget for your sister or your little brother and you're doing budgets, that is fine. Just be forewarned that it may not last as long as you may think. So 5700X 3D is the pinnacle you can go right now. But if you can get it cheaper anywhere else, go 5800X 3D. I recommend that. I know it has split screen. I can show you guys all this stuff, which I did. But the prices are different. Ryzen 3 is not even on the table. even though it's still listed. Once again, budget gamers. The 7600, I do believe, is the open door to the AM4. Yeah, it's an AM5 socket. So it's DDR5. That's $197 if you go on that. I heard it's not a bad 6-core 12 thread to get. Um, but if you're budget gaming, you do want to do Intel. There's a 12400F. Once again, it's 6 cores here. So it's a lot of things you can do. You can do a lot of things here. You can do a lot of worse things actually, like buying the Ryzen 3. For whatever reason, it's listed still, but I don't know. That one's kind of strange to me. Newegg RAM sticks or RAM, and SSDs. And I want to do a quick video here on GPUs. And what the hell we're going to do this right now because I'm right here. Type in GPU so far and just let it run. I'm only at 16 minutes, so I'm not going to, make another video. So this is going to be my video on GPU as well too. I'll go ahead and back this up here. And GPU. Period. So this is going to be all of it at one time. Season 2, Season 3. This is what I'm going to do it right now. So this is my last series video. So GPU, they only have a couple. A new on Micro Center website. They have 4060. 8 gigabytes. I'll stay away from that. 10600, 16 gigabytes. Decent. 460 Ti, 8 gigabytes. Stay away from the 4060s or anything with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. I know I have a 3070, but you can do a lot better. You can get a 4070 non-TI for 12 gigabytes of VRAM and it should be okay. The 7600 is a decent one. It's not going to be, oh my god, awesome. A lot of people have good reviews on it. It's like 4 people have 5-star reviews on it. I mean, I think it's one of those things that a lot of people talked about. I think it was Paul's Harvard talked about how it's kind of a wonky to them. But you also have 7600, 6500, 6750, 6750 XTs for $300. We can go Newegg, type in GPUs, and God help us how much it's going to be, because I know it's going to be expensive. God help us. But that's how it's going to be. You can get 700 XT 12 gigabyte one, a ASRock Challenger Radeon RX 7700 XT 12 gigabytes DDR6 PCI Gen 4, 379. 3080 10 gigabyte card. 3080s I'll stay away from. They're still $1,000. For that money, you can buy almost 2 of the 7700 XTs and still get 12 gigabytes of VRAM. 3060s are way underpowered, but once again, if you're budget gaming, it's $289. You can probably get cheaper used. But if you're a budget gamer, I would probably go with that type of budget. You want to be a budget gamer, I would go with probably anything but the 3800. You can get for a little bit under $100 more and get a 7700. But if you want to stay with Team NVIDIA, 4070s, 559. It kind of punched your wall after this. 47 12 gigabyte card, 549. 293 for 8 gigabyte 4060. Stay away from the 8 gigabyte cards. They're not worth it anymore. I have a 3070. It's only 8 gigabytes of VRAM. A 4070 Ti Super that has 16 gigabytes of VRAM is $799. Once again, hear my warning, my pleas. Try to stay around 3 to 5. Try to stay around 500 to $699 if you can. Maybe $499 if you can get cheaper. 2070, I wouldn't. Once again, if you're budget gaming, it's $399. Still pretty, but then again, it's 8 gigabytes of VRAM. 4 gigabyte 6500 XT is a joke. 6500 XT, I know Toasty Bros got, then I think a 6500 or something close, or 5600, something like that, for $37, and they play games that was only 4 gigabytes. It's one of those two graphics cards they got. 580, $92. Once again, it's garbage. Anything 8 gigabyte VRAM is garbage now. 4070 Super, WinForce gigabyte, 12 gigabytes of VRAM. That's probably the minimum. Is 12 you want to go down to, but $599, so it's right around the MSRP sweet spot. Asus Tough Gaming, NVIDIA, and the NVIDIA GeForce 4080 Super. $1,100 gonna punish your wallet. 6800 Core Gaming RX, non XT, 389. Two offers right now. 7800, 16 gigabytes, 554. Once again, it's almost half the price of the 16 gigabyte counterpart, but probably not as fast as the 4080. But you know what, though, right now, 2060, 12 gigabyte card, same speed as 26 gigabyte card, but it has 6 gigabyte more VRAM. Once again, if you're a budget gamer and you want that RTX feeling, you can get that because it has 12 gigabytes, but then again, it's still underpowered. 7800, 16 gigabytes video card, 484. That's Radeon. And one more we're going to do here is a Challenger 7900 GRE, 16 gigabytes, 529. It seems like AMD is trying to really nullify NVIDIA's graphics card upgrades with their better GPUs with same gigabyte, same 16 gigabytes, but with a lower price tag. And that could be where a lot of people are like, like me, like, I'm gonna go buy this because it's cheaper. And also, Walmart is actually selling GPUs now. I saw in the one over at Sango that they have them for about retail price. I saw 4070 on Supers, just standard 4070s that came out, 12 gigabytes VRAM. I think for $500. If you mind going to Walmart and try to last out one of those associates to set one of those guys free, and you can go there and get one. But 4060, once again, on Amazon right now. 3060, underpowered, 280 unless you really want something like that. That's fine. It's your money. 4068 gigabyte card, once again, crap. 309. I wouldn't pay no more than $150 for it because it's not even full powered enough to even take over bandwidth of the Gen 4, of ray tracing of the integrated graphics, the resolution. I mean, the resolution generation, what you call that crap. It can't. It can't do anything. The 4060 is so gimped. They ain't funny. If it came out with 10 gigabytes of DDR6, GDDR6, 10 gigabytes, both cards, maybe 12 on 801, 10 on 801, and maybe 16 on the other, 4070s, or even 14, I wouldn't care, right? Then that's fine. But they didn't. Once again, NVIDIA cheaps out and goes away of the cheap. Now they're 3060, 12 gigabyte card, 296. Once again, if you are really happen to have a 3060, 12 gigabyte card, it's underpowered, but it's 12 gigabytes, so it has more VRAM, but high string goes probably 1080p, maybe high settings, low 2K. My card 3070 does 2K, but not very well because of VRAM limitations. 7600 has a lot of 75% 5-star reviews. 16 gigabyte graphics card, pretty big beefy boy. Swift 6600 core, 8 gigabytes. It's $200, but again, $200. $200 for a 6600 on XT, maybe the decent price for it. But once again, it's 8 gigabytes DDR6. If you want to do a lot of different things, you have to upgrade your graphics card or more. But if you, like I said, you're buying it for your brother-in-law, your brother, or your sister who's going to play Fortnite. Once again, even Fortnite demanding. So you might want to check that out and really see if it's really worth it. Um, 580s are not there. 580s not there anymore. Um, that's about it, guys, on this series. Um, Thank you guys for watching my series. But we talked about, in this recap, we've talked about the motherboards, we talked about the processors, the RAM sticks, the SSDs, and even the graphics cards, GPUs. Not in that order, obviously. My fault there for not doing that. But we have discussed this and discussed quite well what what we're looking for. Uh, if you really want the my opinion on it, if you don't know much about this stuff, the pre-built way to go. My final thoughts on this situation, on this series. I always try to do a final thought on every series I do, so you'll know what I'm coming from. When I got this PC built back during the pandemic, it was chip shortages and the damn freaking scalpers and damn freaking, miners going crazy for crypto. Were mining and just pricing everything out of reach. Um, I almost bought a pre-built. Sam's Club had a 3060 talking card for like $1,300. My brother-in-law said no. If I couldn't find a good graphic build for him for me, he would have told me to go buy that, and he'll probably take it home to his house, just come over, whatever, and stress test it. Check all the bloatware on it, whatever. Because a lot of bloatware on pre-built. But my thing is, if you can build it or have somebody build it for you, and you have no problem build it yourself, or have a brother-in-law do it for you. The reason being is for my final thought section here, is that when you build it on your own, you kind of know what the parts are. You're kind of intimate with each part. You know what it does. When you buy a pre-built from a company, it could be a reputable company, be very reputable. But a screw gets stuck in some area, turn the machine on, it fries itself, and now you have to explain why it fried itself. Well, a loose screw. And they might say, well, it's your fault, void warranty, whatever. Even though it wasn't your fault. So buying pre-builds are good, but also it became a kiss of death for a lot of people because you don't know for sure if that company is going to be a reputable return. I know Newegg companies. I know Micro Center has built their own. I know the Toasty Bros build their own, and they have warranties on all of these. So when you buy from people like that I mentioned, Newegg, Amazon, whatever, you're buying from people who may be trusted or not trusted. So you got to do your research on pre-builts. I'm gonna do a next series on that. My series is gonna be about pre-builts. Do or don't do. Buy it or don't buy. Buy it or build your own kind of thing. I want to say my video going to be, and that series is going to be probably a one-part series, maybe two-parter, where I'm going to go into once again bring up the list of computers here, companies like Newegg, Micro Center, and Amazon, and even Walmart too as well. Have some third-party Best Buy too as well. Have some even maybe even Electronic Express. Have different ones up there to show you guys to tell you guys what I see. Now, if I had a way to show you guys my videos, I would, but I don't have it right now. I don't have that kind of capability right now. I don't have a lot of room on this desk here for all that kind of stuff. So that being said, though, my video is pretty much wrapped up right now. But the final thought is, before you go out there and start clicking on this mouse and buying everything that you can get your hands on or fingers on, research it. Do you really need a SSD or an external SSD, Samsung, whatever, with 4 terabytes of SSD? It's going to cost you $400 easily. Or can you go with two 1 terabytes, or one terabyte and 2 terabytes, or both 2 terabytes, and maybe two external terabytes, like I have my SSDs that I bought over the years. and still used to this day. Or can you buy a hard drive? A cheap hard drive. External, sorry guys, external hard drive that can use for something other than gaming, maybe photos or whatever nonsense. So you won't be clogging up your SSDs from games and stuff, all photos and stuff. Even though you want to keep your sister and brother-in-law's, marriage stuff, and you want to keep that maybe on a hard drive, not an SSD, because you have games on there and stuff. I get that. Or certain files that you keep me for school and stuff, keep on the hard drive. So there are always ways to save money. You don't have to go out there and buy a 4 terabyte SSD and fill it up with a bunch of games and a bunch of whatnot. You could build you could buy an SSD, for your games and a HDI hard drive, a mechanical hard drive for your photos and stuff like that, and maybe certain music you listen to when you're playing games or whatever. You don't have to flood up your SSD. Best thing you can do is compare shop, buy stuff online. Now, if you go buy combo units, you can probably go in the Micro Center if you have one in town. I wish I had one, but I don't. And buy stuff there. Save a lot of money. I have a Walmart that sells them now. Sells SSDs. Not, I mean, sells RAM and SSDs. They're not a big selection. They're probably a cheaper version. But you know what though? Attaboy for Walmart for getting into the gaming market because now to get in the PC market now. So now they're becoming a competitor. Hopefully, this brings more and more pre-builts to them that are actually reputable and actually decent, and not just crap. Um, they have some in the stores you can probably go get. Not right now because it's closed, especially if you live on Central and East time. Um, Pacific time probably still open maybe, but other than that, closed. But they're closed. But you can do that. You can go there and do that kind of stuff. But I would really look around and check for you. You've really committed to getting into PC gaming. My biggest things are one, DDR4, DDR5. I say DDR5 because it's the latest and greatest, but it's also been out for a while. The bugs are out. Two, RAM speeds vary from DDR5 to DDR4. If you put DDR4 and 5, it ain't gonna work as well. It may not work at all. DDR5 ain't gonna work in DDR4. If it did, it'd be a magical thing. I think depend different. They're different. Um, Three, your CPU is important because without CPU, good CPU, your games just sit there and just jitter mess. Toasty Bros did a lot of video. I'm subscribed to Toasty Bros down below. Watch their videos about the PC building they do and company they have. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've heard pretty reputable company. And yeah, just check their videos out. Watch listen to what they say. For GPUs, stay away from 8 GB cards. Once again, unless you're building it for somebody who doesn't play a lot of games, but even Fortnite, Apex Legends are using a lot more VRAM now. So you might want to stick with probably 12 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, only because it'd be the best way to go for it. You can't do a whole lot without that. Like I said, it's going to be one of those things you're going to have to do. I hate to tell you that way, but it's just the way it's going to be. Sorry, guys, the way it is. It's how life is sometimes. But I can tell you, though, that DDR4 is still around probably for a couple more years. It'll be around probably longer than that because people have so many DDR4 systems. And, but selling it may end eventually. So if you get in it when the iron's hot, you can do that. But the iron's been struck hot since 2016. So I would go with the DDR5 as being your primary socket, AM5 socket to be primary, go-to for brand new PC builds. If you're upgrading to DDR4 and you want to get the most out of it, and you have 3600X or if it's 600X, my recommendation still stands 5800X 3D. If it's too pricey, you can probably go to 5700X 3D. Has the exact same things. It's a little bit, probably a little bit less powerful than the 5800X 3D, but it'll still get the bang for the buck. But that's become 3600 or 600X. You will see and and notice in speed. It'll be faster, stuff like that. It is faster. But like I said, guys, that's really what I have. It's a good series. I know I've been late with it because I've been busy with family. The drama for another time, of course. I may make a video. I know I may make a separate channel and just cover my drama, my family, and my life. But I don't know for sure. That it may not go very well with a lot of people. But like I said, guys, we all have family drama. We all have business to take care of. This is a side hobby. If this didn't know this was my main job, I'll be broke because I only have 130 subscribers, and I love you all. But I don't put that much time into it because to me it's just a hobby, and I love you guys for watching this and eating all this stuff up and being in my channel and talking to me. I have from you guys, boxing, and other guys are actually my friends on Steam. So, like I said, guys, it's awesome. I love this, but this is not my full time gig. It's my part time gig, and I love all you guys. And thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for exploding the views. I thank you for doing all you've done. Because without you guys here, I would not be here on this channel. I would have been just, a guy with only 5 views or 5 subscribers and just sitting there, just maybe just hanging it up. You know what? My channel is only me viewing other channels. I'm not gonna make any more content, and I would have stopped because you guys kept pushing me to go make more content, kept me doing this stuff. It gave me more. It gave me new life, and for that I thank you. A lot of you guys tried to get information about my family and stuff like that. I told you guys stop that. A lot of you guys did. If you guys didn't, I got rid of a few people. Had to block them. They didn't like doing that, but personal time, personal time, personal life, personal life. My life's personal. I don't bring your life into it. I don't want you to know your family because A, it's my business, and I have no reason to know your family because A, it's my business. And everybody has family time should be separate from what they're doing. Once you bring your family into your personal and into your hobbies, then it becomes an issue. I thank you guys for the bottom of my heart for being with me and worrying about my health and also taking tell me to take care of myself. I am drinking more juice and eating more fruit and doing exercising a lot more. So I do appreciate you guys. You guys' insight. It's a road, it's a big road ahead. It's going to take longer. I didn't gain this weight overnight. I'm not going to lose it overnight. But I will get down there eventually to where I want to be. It's going to take a lot more time, but I'll get there. Just one of those things. I'll see you guys later. Once again, thank you guys for being my channel. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Godspeed. God bless all of you, and I'll see you guys next time. Next video is going to be about pre-built series. I'll probably start that probably a week or two. I'll make random videos here and there. I'll do a weekend roundup tomorrow night, where I'll recap what I talked about today, but also what's going on in the gaming world. Nintendo is still releasing stuff for the Switch, even though it's been out for almost 8 years now. Roughly almost 8 years. Maybe a little less than that. It'll be out about 8 years. Maybe almost 8 years. So, long time for a Switch to be out. Especially, if you have the OG one, the original one. But like I say, guys, that's cool. I'll discuss that tomorrow on the weekend roundup report. I'll discuss, Nintendo's press conference, what I think about it. After I watch a little more about it and get more information on it, I'll let you guys know what I think tomorrow night. See you guys later. Peace out. Be blessed. Peace out.